I've watched quite a bit of videos to make this YouTube channel about the BP, and what I think about them is that they are too much pessimistic. Like, when I watch a BP video, it's like a guy playing Call of Duty and being like, oh, yeah, not even Call of Duty, but whatever it is in the background. Sometimes it's like just an image, like the DVDR type of videos or whatever. It's like a guy just saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm 30 or 35 and this is my life and everything was a mistake, you know. I'm ashamed of myself, but I couldn't do anything and if this video found you, it's already over for you to, it's kind of like a very pessimistic way of looking at things, especially pretending that your audience is the same as you, you know? It's like there will be like a guy that is 28 talking about how he's a neat in his mom's basement, and he's gonna say like, yeah, if this video found you, you're probably the same as me, and you should probably give up on your hope and everything like that. But personally, I don't really relate to this message, even though I do relate to a lot of ideas from the BP in general. I think its influencers are pretty toxic, a lot of them. Like, I do understand that most of the people like accepting and swallowing the BP are unattractive and will probably never be attractive in the first place because you need to get a lot of trauma to realize the deep truth about aesthetics and a lot of other things. But I still think it's quite exaggerated, you know? It's like you go in the comment section and you see like 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds guys talking about, yeah, Chad does this and you won't be Chad, Chad does that, whatever. It's so gay, man. It's so gay. I don't know, like this is really the type of content you are doing, you know? And I know I do make the same type of comments under some people's videos, but for me it's just like SEO, you know, it's just to get reactions. Like when I see a guy just making this type of content, like I don't know, it's so gay. And I think you should understand one thing, there is a difference between the message and the messenger. Like the people that get the truth, they are not the ones that benefit from it, but um, they are also the one just keeping the truth, you know? Like you can't hate the message just because like these people they are like inkwells and whatever. I don't really enjoy these people and their content, but their message is mostly right, you know. I do agree with maybe like 60 or 80% of what they say. So even though I do agree with most of the BP, I still think there are some adjustments to make. Like if you watch Rehab Room or whoever, like you're just gonna get this pessimistic version of the world of like, yeah, my life is already over. But you're probably young and you probably still have a bunch of things to do in front of you, you know. Even if you are ugly, like most of the people watching this type of content, there are still some things you can do in life, you know. I'm not telling you that the message is wrong. I'm just saying that your interpretation of the message is wrong. And that's why I wanted to make a video about why I still have hope for the future, for my future at least, not for everyone, but for me at least. And I wanted to make two arguments today. The first one being, I think maybe like you're in the BP and you think, oh yeah, if I realize this truth, it's such a dark truth, you know, about aesthetics and height and genetics and whatever. If I realize that, it means that it's over for me. Because I realized that just because I'm the one losing this game. If I was like winning at this game, like you know, you've never seen a guy that is like 6'5" in the BP because he's winning at this game at the genetic lottery. So he's not like gonna get on 4chan forums or whatever, you know. It's not gonna be like that. So you might think, oh yeah, but if I know the truth, it's already over for me. But I think it's quite the opposite. If you know the truth, you have like less chances to make mistakes, you know, because you know how things work. So the BP is pretty underground in my opinion. Less than 1% of men really swallow this pill, and I think you have an advantage over the others, like the red pillars. or purple pillars or blue pillars, I don't care. If you're in the BP, you still get a lot of things, you know? So even if, like, I don't know, even if it's very a sort of dark ideology and you think it's kind of doomerish, I don't think it works this way because you, at least, even if you don't do anything about like dating or whatever, at least you're not doing the same mistakes as the red pill guy, you know? The red pill guy thinking he can go to the gym and that he will get girls just from doing that. He's like so delusional, you know? And if you are not doing that, or if you're going to the gym but not expecting anything from women, well, you're winning over this guy, you know? And that is what I think is an advantage about the BP, is that you're not like, I don't, I don't say that there is an absolute truth, you know? I'm saying you are the one with the most opened eyes on everything about society, about yourself. So you're honest about what you think and what you believe in. And that is an advantage because you're not brainwashed like most people are. And even if sometimes it might feel like the other ones have momentum because they believe in something and you don't really believe in anything, well, it's better to not have any momentum than having momentum in the wrong direction, you know? Like life is a big war, and if you lose the battle and you know that you are losing this battle, it's better to just give up on this battle and focus on something else than continuing and believing that you are going to do anything. Because even if you do win this battle, you're gonna like lose so much like time, energy. It's like in a war you are losing like so many soldiers, and it's not worth it to do that. So it's better to just give up on everything that you know you can't really reach and getting new purpose in life. That's my view on things. Even if it's like a dark truth, it's still better to just not do something that is affecting you negatively than doing it. Because I do believe that the argument of, yeah, but you don't know if you haven't tried, it's kind of cope. Like everybody tried, you know, like everybody tried going to the gym, everybody tried like launching, maybe not like launching a business, but a lot of people tried and a lot of people failed. And people telling you like, oh yeah, if you don't try, you don't really have any, um, I don't know, like you don't have a right to talk or whatever. But if you just see that everyone is failing, it's just like the most intelligent thing that you can do to not do this thing, you know? Like, I don't know. That's how I see this. I've talked about this in my previous video also. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I think there is a real advantage in knowing the truth about social interactions, about society, about the economy, about whatever, you know, about the fact that you are not getting rich from a random internet business because everybody is like already doing it and it's just not working, you know. I think there is some advantage in knowing that because you don't make the same type of mistakes people make. That is my first point. My second point is that I am really young, you know, I'm almost 20, and I don't think I can relate to these videos of like 30-year-old losers who haven't done anything in the past 10 years. Like, how am I supposed to like relate to this message of people telling me that, yeah, but you are gonna have the same life as me when like they haven't done anything for like 10 years? I don't, you know, I'm pretty young and I think I've got a lot of time ahead of me. So yeah, that is why I don't really think this is an argument of like, yeah, but you're gonna follow the same path as me. No, because I'm not gonna do the same stuff as you. So these people telling you that you are not worth it or you are not like, you should give up on everything, it's not true. They are giving up on everything today because they failed for like many years. But if you're still young, you've got a lot of time ahead of you. Maybe you're not, maybe you're kind of ugly, maybe you're like not even pretty, you know. But even if you're like that, it's still a big advantage to just have this time in front of you. Because if you've got the knowledge and the time, you're still in a pretty good position. Even though you are not genetically blessed, you can still do some moves. You know, there are still some underground ways that you can find. You can like GeoMax and go to another country. Some people go in Southern Asia and they have some success right there, you know. I don't know. There is still time to do something. Some people like they just start a side hustle about like I don't know, for example, doing YouTube commentaries. That's one thing they don't say to you in the BP. It's that these people are trying to really get out of the BP by making money off of YouTube, you know? I mean, if they really did YouTube just like to cry about their lives and whatever, they wouldn't like be regular in it, you know? If they are posting every single week at the same time, it's because they have a real target, you know? They have like a real goal, and they are not like posting just to complain about life, but also because even them, these people that tell you to just lose all hope in life, they still have hope that they are gonna make money off of YouTube because that is the only option they have. They can't really do a lot of other things. Everything else they've tried in life probably didn't work, so that's why they make YouTube videos today. And most of them, they make a pretty decent salary, you know, off of YouTube. They make like 1K, you know, it's not like nothing. That's one thing I'm gonna be honest about. I'm making this YouTube channel also to make money, you know. First of all, I made it because I thought it was too bad that the BP was just about people complaining about their neat lifestyle and hoping every time. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of ideological masturbation. That is why I made this channel, but I also have another goal of making money off YouTube. I hope someday I can make a decent salary off of YouTube because I don't really know any job I'd like to do on the long term. You know, making videos, it's very comfortable. You don't really like waste any effort doing videos. Like it takes a few hours a week. It's like so much less. Like if you compare a guy that makes, even if he only makes like 1K off YouTube, like 1K for doing like a few hours a week of recording your voice and a bit of montage, it's like nothing. You know, like it's way better than working a 9 to 5. That's one thing they don't say to you. But yeah, to sum up what I've said in the video, I've said two things. First of all, if you've got the knowledge of the truth, you've got an advantage on everybody else, even though the truth is not something that really is good to hear. It's like emotionally it's not good to hear, but on the long term, you still know some things and you've accepted some things the others can't accept. So that's one advantage you have. It's like not going in the wrong direction because you know what works, or at least you know what doesn't work. And the second advantage I have is that I'm pretty young. Unlike all of these YouTube BP channels, you know, talking about, oh yeah, I'm a loser, whatever. No, I'm still pretty young. I've got a lot of time ahead of me, and maybe you are too. If you're not 30 years old, you've still got some time ahead of you. Like, if you're over 30, I can understand why you are saying that you give up and all, because if you've really tried for like 10 years and you didn't have any results, I can understand, but if you're like 20 years old or 25, you don't have any excuse. Like, you're at your peak. You're supposed to be at your peak. So try to make the best out of it, you know. And once you turn like 30, 35, maybe then you will have some conclusion about if it was worth it or not. But you can't like just give up when you're 22, you know. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, two advantages you can have being in WP, knowing the truth, and being young. Yeah, I think that's all I've had to say. I'll see you in the next one.